video is just for entertainment purpose. So if you are homophobic, kindly leave. This story has nothing. Taehyung, Suga, Jaehoop, and Jimin attend the same school. Taehyung, a brilliant and introverted student, is friends with Suga, his cousin, and Jaehoop, their childhood friend. Despite being handsome, intelligent, and from a wealthy family, Taehyung keeps to himself. Suga, on the other hand, has a reputation for being fierce and protective of his friends. Taehyung is a handsome but cold student except to his close friends. J-Hope is the school's sunshine, always cracking jokes. Jimin, Sobin, and Yeonjun are friends, but Jimin dislikes the toppers, thinking they are arrogant. Jimin has a younger brother, Jungkook, who lost his eyesight in an accident in the US and now attends school in Korea. Jungkook joins the same school as his brother Jimin and friends in their last years. Despite a 2 year age gap, Jungkook is a smart boy who adapts easily. Jimin will take care of him, supporting him in all ways. Story begin. As Jungkook stepped into the school, his breathtaking beauty left everyone in awe. His striking features, captivating smile, and radiant eyes seemed to memorize the entire student body. He walked hand in hand with his brother Jimin through the bustling corridors, his innocence and charm drawing admiring glances from all directions. As they strolled, Jimin suddenly stopped and turned to Jungkook. Hey, I need to take care of something real quick. Can you wait here for just a minute? Jungkook nodded obediently, his eyes sparkling with trust. Okay, Young. As Jimin hurried off, Jungkook stood patiently, his ears perked up, waiting for his brother's return. Meanwhile, Taehyung, the school's resident introvert, was walking down the same corridor, his nose buried in a book. His footsteps echoed through the hallway, and Jungkook, assuming it was Jimin, returning, took a step forward. But in his haste, Jungkook lost his balance and tumbled forward, landing squarely on top of Taehyung. The book flew out of Taehyung's hand, and he froze, startled by the sudden collision. As Jungkook looked up, his afraid eyes met Taehyung's, and for a moment, time stood still. Taehyung's heart skipped a beat, his breath catch in his throat, and his gaze locked onto Jungkook's memorizing eyes. The world around them melted away, leaving only the two of them suspended in a sea of uncertainty. Taehyung's initial shock gave way to a mix of emotions surprise, curiosity, and a hint of fascinating. He couldn't tear his eyes away from Jungkook's angelic face, his mind reeling with questions. Who was this beautiful boy, and why did he feel a strong connection to him? As, lay, as they lay there locked in a silent understanding, the air was electric with tension. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, sparking a chain reaction of emotions that would forever alter the course of their lives. That was the moment when Jungkook unknowingly stole Taehyung's heart, brain, and soul. It was love at first sight, and Taehyung was completely smitten. But this special moment was short-lived as Jimin appeared and whisked Jungkook away. Taehyung was left reeling, his heart skipping a beat as he watched Jungkook disappear into the crowd. He felt like a tiger who had spotted his prey, and nothing could stop him from pursuing the cute, fluffy bunny that had captured his heart. As the days went by, Taehyung found himself following Jungkook secretly, snapping photos of him when he thought no one was looking, writing letters as secret admirer of him. He never came in front of Jungkook. He would gaze at Jungkook in school, his eyes drinking in the sight of the beautiful boy who had stolen his heart. Even his friends didn't know about his newfound obsession, and Taehyung intended to keep it that way. But when the principal introduced Jungkook to the school mentioning his accident, Taehyung's heart went out to him. His love for Jungkook didn't waver even in the face of adversity. In fact, it only grew stronger. While others felt pity for Jungkook, Taehyung felt something more. He felt a deep connection to the boy, a sense of longing that he couldn't ignore. Today again, Jungkook found a letter on his desk. It was from Taehyung, but he had not signed his name. Instead, he had written, "Secret lover of yours, as always." Jungkook's heart skipped a beat. He grabbed it close to his heart. Can't wait to go home and tell Jimin to read it for him, as he is the one who always read those letters for him and tease him to the core. As Jungkook and Jimin walked home, Jungkook couldn't shake off the feeling that someone was watching him. He looked around but saw nothing out of the ordinary. Little did he know Taehyung was hiding in the shadows, his eyes fixed on the boy who had stolen his heart. As they reached home, Jungkook's hand trembled slightly as he handed the letter to Jimin, his face flushing with a mix of excitement and shyness. Jimin's eyes scanned the page, a soft smile spreading across his face. As Jimin finished reading, Jungkook's finger instinctively wrapped around the letter, holding it close to his heart. He couldn't explain why, but the words on that page made him feel seen, special, and loved. "Got another mysterious love letter today?" Jimin asked teasingly, glancing at the envelope in Jungkook's hand. Jungkook blushed slightly, pressing the letter to his chest protectively. "None of your business, idiot," he muttered, hurrying to his room. As the night came, Taehyung climbed on the tree to sneak into Jungkook's house hallway. It's Taehyung's daily routine to come and admire his love's sleeping figure. Taehyung pushed off the wall and stalked towards Jungkook's room, his footsteps silent on the carpet. He reached out and turned the doorknob, finding it unlocked, but frowned, seeing Jungkook holding his letter close to his heart, blushing madly. Taehyung's heart raced at the mirror side. He leaned against the wall, a smirk playing at his lips. "Catch you blushing, little bunny." He don't want it to come in front of Jungkook because he want to saw something. Then he want to propose his love. But today, seeing a blushing angel, he gulped hardly. He tried to leave, but forced by his heart. Thyung slipped inside, closing the door behind him with a soft click. Jungkook flinched, sensing someone's presence. "Who is there?" He became afraid. He was about to shout when he felt someone put his palm on his lips, holding his waist tightly. Jungkook's eyes widened, his heart beat faster. He can feel he know this touch, but can't remember who is it. He was jiggling in Theon's arm when Theon, deep voice. "Shh, pup, calm down. It's me, secret admirer of yours." Jungkook, become calm, little. You are the one who gave me these letters to me. Cute eyes. Theon cooed at his cuteness. "Yes, it's me, love. It's me who you made madly in love with you. I am the one who becomes selfish. Just get your single glance." He murmured softly, tucking a strand of hair behind your ear. "Answer me something honestly, love." He paused, his voice dropping lower. "Do you like getting these letters? Do you get butterflies reading them?" He watched Jungkook closely, his eyes darkening. Jungkook blushed. Yes, he wanted to scream that yes, he felt those butterflies. But no, he wanted his secret admirer to confess to him firstly. "Why you never come in front of me? Why you always send me letters?" A sadness was there in his voice. "Theon, because I don't want you to be in any danger." "But," he said bluntly, "seeing you every day, knowing I can't have you, it's killed me." He brought the letter up to his nose, inhaling his scent from the paper. "These letters, they let me pretend Jungkook, pretend what? He asked innocently, completely unaware of how his doe eyes were torturing for Taehyung right now. Taehyung pretended. He traced his jawline with his finger. That I am not slowly losing my mind over you, Bunny. His hand trembled slightly. Jungkook gulped, hearing this much deep voice. He licked his lips nervously. His hands clenched on Taehyung's shirt tightly. Yoongi, as he don't know his name, Taehyung didn't tell him, just write secret admirer. Taehyung, heart stuttered in his chest at the name Yoongi. It was perfect coming from his lips. He looked at the plumpy lips, which was bruising by the bunny teeth. He gulped and tried to avoid, but this bunny boy was not stopping. And here Taehyung again listened to his heart. You know what, bunny? Kid. He suddenly grabbed his face with both hands, his thumbs sticking in his chubby cheeks before Jungkook could react. He crashed his lips against others' soft, plumpy one in a brushing, desperate kiss. He poured all his obsession, all his longing on it. Jungkook widened his eyes. He should push him back, as how can he let someone kiss him who he never saw, who he just met? But his heart wanted too close to this man, want to be loved by this man. Feeling secure and safe with those touches, he clenched his hands on Theon's shirts, closing his eyes, his body trembling by intensity, legs shaking. He knew if his secret admirer was not holding him tightly, he would definitely fall down. Theo felt him stiffen in surprise against him, but instead pushing back, Jungkook's little hands clenched at his shirt, holding as if anchoring himself. Theon groaned softly, feeling his hesitance melt away into a sweet submission that made his head spin. Theon broke the kiss to trail his lips down to his neck, his hands roaming around his back to pull Jungkook more closer if possible. Say something, Bunny, he whispered hoarsely, his voice muffled against his skin. Push me back, hit me, scream, do something other than stand here and let me kiss you like I have dreamed of every night since I first saw you. He pressed his forehead against Jungkook's, whose two eyes were searching the man's next move, breathing heavily, flushed cheeks. God, look at you, flushed, breathless, completely gorgeous. And you have no idea, do you? No idea what you do to me, Bunny. Jungkook picked his little trembling hands up and placed it on Theon's forehead, then nose, then cheeks, kissing it, feeling his features by his fingers. Hyungi, Theung closed his eyes, feeling soft, heavenly touches. He shivered at the soft voice calling him. Too cute, he muttered, picking Jungkook up suddenly. Jungkook yapped, wrapping his legs around Theung's waist instinctively. Theung, damn princess, he growled softly, feeling his soft body pressed against his own. Answer me something, princess. Do you hate me? He asked suddenly, carrying him to the bed. Am I making you uncomfortable? His voice was softer, now vulnerable. Because I should probably stop. But Jesus Christ. He pressed his face into Jungkook's neck, kissing along his collarbone. Jungkook, no, Yoongi, I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I know we just met, but I feel safe. I feel loved. I wonder, is it real or not? Why someone will love a blind boy like me? Theon, heart broke at the uncertainty in his voice. He pulled back to look at Jungkook, wiping away his tears gently. Hey, princess, look at me. He tilted his chin up, forcing him to meet his gaze even though he couldn't see him. It's real, okay? Every word in those letters, every kiss I have given you, every ounce of love and obsession I have for you is real. He pressed his forehead against Jungkook's, his voice cracking. You are not just some blind boy to me. You are my everything, love. Jungkook. Then why you never confess in front of the world? Do you feel ashamed that I am blind? Theon still did, his heart etching at his words. He pulled back slightly, his expression pained. No, no, I'm not ashamed of you, love. Never. He cupped his face in his hands, his thumbs wiping away the last of his tears. Jungkook pouted with teary eyes. Then why? You know, also loved this man so much. He fell in love with those soothing words in letters. He wanted to claim his Yongi in front of everyone. But why his Yongi doesn't want Theon? There is something I need to handle. Something that could get ugly if I don't deal with it. He kissed his forehead softly. It's not about you, Bunny. It's about protecting you. Jungkook pouts. Really? Theon chuckled softly at his pout, pressing a quick kiss on his lips. Really, Bunny? I promise you are too precious to me to let anything hurt you. He rested his forehead against Jungkook's again, his voice turning serious. Just give me a little more time, okay? Then your Yongi will claim you in front of the world and will never let you go. Later, Theung left, promising him he will come back to claim him, and Jungkook slept, recalling all blushing wax. It became a month. Theung didn't show up after that night. Jungkook was feeling so hurt. He cried at night, missing his Yoongi. But all he got was those letters, nothing much. He shouted, "Why you are not coming? Please, Yoongi, come." But all he got was silence. He can feel his Yoongi's presence around him, and this thing was making him more desperate to meet with his Yoongi. Why Theung is not coming? So the reason Theung's father was mafia leader, but Theung didn't want to follow in his footsteps. He wanted to be a doctor instead. However, being the son of a mafia leader made life complicated. Theung's father Namjoon was also known as the Mafia King RM, but few people knew his real identity. Namjoon was trying to leave the mafia world to give his son a better life, to keep Jungkook safe. Theung kept his distance. After they graduated, Jungkook got a corneal transplant and regained his eyesight, but he still felt like something was missing. He had not seen or heard from Taehyung since they met that night. Jungkook had held on to the hope that Taehyung would come back to him. Other side, Taehyung was so happy today because now his father left the mafia world totally. He can now claim his love. Now Jungkook will not get any danger on him. He now wanted to meet Jungkook desperately, wanted to hold him, wanted to tell him why he hid from him. But before meeting Jungkook, he had to meet Jimin. He wanted to confess to him. After all, he is his love's brother. So today Taeyong met with Jimin and confessed everything. But instead of being angry, Jimin's reaction was unexpected. He playfully beat up Taeyong after the mock fight. Jimin warned Taeyong, "Don't hurt my brother." Again, they burst out laughing and their friendship was born. The two then hatched a plan to surprise Jungkook, eager to see the look on his face when he finally reunited with Taeyong. Other side, Yoongi and Jimin also graduated and now engaged with each other. Actually, their love story started in college. Jimin's romance blossomed. Yoongi had harbored a secret crush on Jimin since school days, and as fate would have it, Jimin had feelings for Yoongi too. However, Jimin's insecurities stemmed from Jungkook's Yoongi's popularity among girls, which kept him at the distance. But Yoongi's bold confession in front of entire college catch Jimin off guard, leaving him emotional and overwhelmed. With tears in his eyes, Jimin said yes, and the two officially become a couple. J-Hope's love life. Meanwhile, J-Hope had found love with his girlfriend, Yeonam. The adorable couple was engaged and eagerly looking forward to their upcoming wedding. One day, Namjin, Theong's father, proposed a marriage between Jungkook and Theong to Jungkook's parents. When they arrived at Jungkook's house with Theong, Jungkook's parents were overjoyed, already considering them family due to Jimin's engagement to Yoongi. However, Jungkook shocked everyone by rejecting Theong's proposal in front of his parents. Theong requested a private conversation with Jungkook, which his parents allowed. Now, Jungkook and Taehyung was in Jungkook's room, and Jungkook told Taehyung that he can marry him because he already in love with someone. But he was surprised to see that Taehyung was smiling. He got confused, but then Taehyung started coming slowly toward Jungkook. Jungkook was stepping back while warning him that don't come near or I will shout. But then his back touched with wall. Now he can't move back. Taehyung caged him in his arms and slowly come near his ears. Tell something which Jungkook did not expect, and the words was, "Hey my love, don't you want to marry with your secret lover?" Jungkook got stunned, his eyes got teary, and he hugged Taehyung tightly while sobbing in his arms, hitting him with his little hands tightly. "Where were you? Why you suddenly disappeared and never come? You know how much I missed you. You are bad, so bad," Yoongi crying. Taehyung stumbled back as Jungkook threw himself onto his arm, tears streaming down his face. He quickly wrapped his arms around Jungkook, holding him tightly. "Shh, I know, I'm sorry, princess. I am so sorry." He whispered, his voice cracking with emotion. "I missed you too, more than anything. But I had to disappear. It wasn't safe for either of us." Then he told everything to Jungkook, why he hid and all. He kissed Jungkook's tears away, holding him close. "I'm back now and I'm not going anywhere again, princess." Jungkook sniffled, finally calming down a bit in Taehyung's embarrass. "Taehyung, you make me wait so long." He pouted, his voice small and vulnerable. Taehyung sighed, pressing a gentle kiss on his forehead. "Taehyung, I had to make sure it was safe for us to be together." "Jungkook, I couldn't risk putting you in danger, Bunny. But now I can give us the life we both deserve." He pulled back slightly to look into Jungkook's eyes. "I love you, princess." Jungkook became overwhelmed. Finally, his wait is over. He cried happily. "I love you too, Yoongi, so much." Jungkook pulled back and looked at Taehyung with so much love. His Yoongi is so handsome and hot. He blushed at his own thought. He cupped Taehyung's face so gently, kissing it with his thumb. "Taehyung, you are so handsome." Low voice. Taehyung chuckles, feeling those touches. "And you are so pretty, love." But Taehyung's heart raced as Jungkook closed the distance between them, his lips capturing Taehyung's in a desperate, hungry kiss. Taehyung responded immediately, his arms snaking around Jungkook's waist and pulling him flush against his body. Their kiss deepened, becoming more passionate and intense. Taehyung's hand roamed Jungkook's body, himself with every curve and muscle. He broke the kiss only to trail his lips along Jungkook's jaw and neck, nuzzling in and sucking on his sensitive skin. Taehyung missed this neck. He whispered against Jungkook's skin, leaving a mark purposely. Jungkook gasped and arced into his touch, fingers tangling in Taehyung's hair. "Yoongi," he whimpered quickly. Taehyung smiled dangerously against his neck. "Shh," he whispered, a hint of dominance in his voice. "You know how crazy I get when you make those noises, baby." He nipped at Jungkook's ear, causing him to shiver. One hand drifted down to Jungkook's, pulling him even closer. Taehyung was again going up to smash his lips on Jungkook's when a voice came from outside the room. "Jimin, you can have each other after marriage. For now, let's come out. Everyone is waiting for you guys." Jungkook pecking Taehyung's lips. "Let's go, Taehyung," holding his hand. Taehyung nodded and both come and said yes. Their family became happy and decided to arrange their marriage with Yumin after 1 week. Time skip at marriage day. Yumin priest. "Do you mean Yoongi accept Jeon Jimin as your lawfully wedded husband?" Yoongi, "Yes, I do." Happy priest. "Do you Jeon Jimin accept me Yoongi as your lawfully wedded husband?" Jimin, yes I do. Teary eyes. Praised. Congratulations, now you can kiss your bride. Yoongi pulled Jimin closer, smashing his lips on Jimin's. Later, everyone congratulated them. With Taekook, praised to you Kim Taehyung accept Jungkook as your lawfully wedded husband. Taehyung, yes I do. Happy teary eyes, trembling voice. Praised. Do you Jungkook accept Kim Taehyung as your lawfully wedded husband? Jungkook, yes I do. A tear of happiness slipped from his eyes. Praised. Congratulations, now you can kiss your bride. As the officiant pronounced them husband and wife, Taehyung didn't wait for any formalities. He pulled Jungkook into his arms, lifting him off the ground and kissing him passionately in front of the stunned guest. Taehyung, Mrs. Kim, he whispered against Jungkook's lips. A smug smile on his face, he nuzzled into the crook of his neck, inhaling his scent deeply. You are finally mine, completely and utterly. No more running, no more hiding. His hand possessively squeezed Jungkook's bottom. Jungkook giggles with teary eyes. Taehyung chuckled softly at Jungkook's giggles, his heart swelling with love and joy. He wiped away the happy tears from Jungkook's eyes, his thumb gently caressing his cheeks. I love you, my bunny, he said, his voice filled with emotion. Jungkook, I love you too, my secret admirer. The end.